Hey Budget Fam, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tasha. So at the beginning of the year, I decided that I was going to get on the road to financial freedom and finally, for real, get my life together. So I started this YouTube channel to document my journey, to hold myself accountable, and to share what I learned along the way. So if you like budgeting, if you like cash stuffing, savings challenges, all those good things, then make sure to hit the subscribe button, like my channel, and drop a comment and let me know if you are on a road to financial freedom as well. So today I am doing my first paycheck stuffing in April. We're going to get right into it. I'm going to be stuffing my everyday cash envelope. I'm going to be stuffing my sinking funds and my savings challenges. So let's just get right on into it. Before we get started, I do want to ask, what is the question of the day? So if you can see any artists, like R&B artists, rap artists, any kind of thing, hip hop, pop, if you could go back and have a chance to meet and greet with any artist, which artist would that be, or what would who would that person be? So for me, I have always loved New Edition. I actually went to their concert when they were in town like a month or so ago, and I actually have another opportunity, maybe, just maybe, to go see them in Nashville. And there's an opportunity to do a meet and greet with Bobby Brown, and that's who I would want to do a meet and greet with. So if I was having to do a meet and greet with the artist, so I'm hoping maybe, just maybe, I'll get to meet Bobby Brown if I end up doing the meet and greet. All right, so let's jump right on into it. The first thing that I'm gonna be stuffing today is my everyday envelopes. These are envelopes that I take with me when I go out. So things like groceries, household, dining out, gas, that type of thing. And I'm gonna be stuffing $300 into that bucket. Now, I actually, last 2 weeks, I stuffed $325, so I've decreased that budget by 25, and I've actually moved around how what's going into each bucket. Like, for instance, last time I bucketed $80 for groceries. I'm bucketing just a little bit more this month because I plan on doing a no spend challenge, and I'm going to be challenging myself to use more groceries than dining out. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So for groceries this time, I'm stuffing $90 to, so that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. So for gas, I'm doing 65. That's 3 20s and a 5. So there's this place that I like to go to that they serve wraps, and I always order the chicken bacon ranch wrap. And so I tried it to make it myself because they're $10 a wrap, which is not necessarily cheap, but they are so good. So this time when I went to the grocery store, I kind of got all the stuff that you can make, that you need for the wrap. I made one and it was so good. It almost tastes just as good as theirs. So I'm like making chicken bacon wrap sandwiches like twice a week now. All right, so for household, I am doing 40. Actually, for household, I'm doing 30. So that's a 20 and a 10. All right, so for dining out, I'm doing 50 this time. So I'm bringing that dining out down from 65 last time to 50 this time. So I'm doing 4 5s and a 10 and a 20. There's 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, and then for my spend, I'm doing 65. So it's 20, 40, 50, 65. 20, 40, 50, 65. All right, so now we're gonna move on over to my high priority sinking funds. I have a couple of trips coming up. I have the trip that I'm going on at the end of the month. So in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be going on a road trip to Kansas City. And then my son's graduation is coming up real soon. So right now I'm going to stuff for his graduation. So I'm going to stuff $60 for that. That should bring him up to $260. So he has 100, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 260. Really excited about that. I am not, I thought I was gonna be okay with him like going off to school because like this is my second kid to go to college, but and he's also a boy, so sometimes it's not as hard when you send off your boys to school than it is when you send off your girls. But y'all, I'm feeling a little in my feelings about it as of late because we're gonna be empty nesters for one, and then for two, um, it's just different, you know, sending all your kids off to school. It's like you kind of feel like I don't know. It just feels different. It just feels different. So I'm not sure. I thought I was gonna be okay with it or not as feel so bad because I have gone through it once, but I don't know. Maybe it doesn't get easier. I don't know. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm stepping for my retreat in the city. So I'm putting $100 in there. I want to get up to $600 by the time I leave. So this is gonna put me up to 500. So next time I'll need to stuff another 100. So this will bring me 20, 40, 60, 81. All right. So, and then if I have any left over, so I'm kind of over budgeting. If I have any left over, then I will move it when I get back. I will put that money into my next vacation bucket. So this is 100, 20, 40, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So that has $500 in there now. I'm so excited that I've actually saved. Like, this is going to be the first time that I've actually saved up for a trip before I actually went. So it hits a little bit different when you have the money already saved and you know, you're not trying to figure out where you're going to come up with the money for. You're not moving money around. You're not kind of frantic. That feels good. Okay, the next two that I'm stuffing are going to be my daughter and my son's back to school. So really, this is just trying to save ahead for their college expenses this fall. And like we kind of have actually started looking at what the numbers are going to look like this fall. And y'all, it is not it's gonna be a little bit more than what I was expecting. So I work a full-time job and a part-time job. My husband also works too. So of course we make more money than we make enough money to not qualify for financial aid, but we don't really make enough money to pay for it. Like when you put two kids in college together. So I'm gonna probably be doing some more savings challenges or maybe working extra at my job in order to kind of fund these a little bit more. So I know it's going to be probably at least $8,000 for both of them. Maybe even a little bit more than that. My son got some scholarships, which is great. My daughter actually, this is going to be she's going into her junior year. So she actually just found out over the last week or so that she got two new scholarships in addition to what she already had. So that's helping, but you know, depending on like housing and meal plans and all this other stuff and just things that they're going to need, it's going to be up there. So I want to try to save as much as I can to help offset those costs before we get there. So right now, you know, I'm only adding $20 to both of their buckets, but you know, every little bit helps. And hopefully by the time we get to August, I will have more in there. So both of them, I'm adding $20 to both of them. They currently have $70 in there. So that's going to bring them both up to $90. What I may end up doing is combining this into one bucket instead of having two. But for now, they have two. So Cameron, I put $20 in his. That brings it up to $90 in back to school. And Rakaya is also $90 in back to school. So the next thing I'm going to stuff is a trip to Disney. I'm not really sure if this trip is going to happen anymore just because my son is trying out for band in college. And kind of some of that kind of conflicts with his the Disney trip that we were planning. So I'm going to still save for it just in case we still end up going. If we don't end up going, then I'll move that money to another spot, maybe even to their back to school bucket. So you never know. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put $20 into a house for my house maintenance that I have coming up here that we want to do in May. All right. The next thing I'm stuffing is my low priority sinking funds. And really with just this one, I'm going to put $5 in expenses for Rakaya, Cameron, and our puppy Lola. So putting $5 into Rakaya's expenses, that'll bring her up to $85. $5 in Cameron's expenses will bring him up to $85. And $5 in Lola's expenses, that'll bring her up to $55. So that is, I think that's all I want to do for high priorities. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it. That's all I want to do. So for my high priority and low priority sinking funds, we just stuffed $275. So now I'm going to move on to my savings challenges. At the end of the first quarter, I was able to save $720 something, about $700 in savings challenges. So I want to push myself to save as much as I can this quarter. So let's get started with the savings challenges. So the first thing I'm going to be stuffing I have a percent savings challenge where I save a certain percentage of my income. Right now, I'm just saving 1%. I'm going to save $30 in there. And that's going to bring that up to $255. Now, I haven't decided when I want to unstuff this one, if I'm going to do it for the whole year. I think I'm going to put that in there for the whole year. The next thing that I hope to do is I hope to do a bill exchange where I take the money and use prop money, and with some of the savings challenges that are kind of are a little bit more fuller than others, and do a bill exchange where I take some prop money and exchange it out for the bills that I have in there. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is my spring challenge. So I started this challenge. This is one that I actually made myself. So I want to do a challenge every quarter, a seasonal challenge, just kind of inspired by the seasons. So for this one, I am doing $20. I'm going to put that in here. Okay, the next one is my Friday challenge. So I'm doing, it says that I'm supposed to do 14 and 7, which is 21, but I'm just going to go ahead and save 35. So because the next week is going to be 21. And 21 and plus 28 is probably going to be hard to save over the next 2 weeks. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this one, and then part of this one. So I'm going to do $35. I'll put 35 for this week. So let's see, 20, 25, 30, 35, 20, 25, 30, 35. And this is a new challenge, so this is the first that we're putting in there. All right, the next one I'm doing is my birthday challenge. So for the birthday challenge, I'm doing $18 this time. So I'm going to color in this slice of cake. So I got in some new savings challenges and I'm going to start them, but I'm going to wait and see if I can maybe finish one or two of the challenges that I'm already working on before I start new challenges. And this is going to bring my birthday challenge up to $179. Okay, the next challenge I'm doing is my Count It Up challenge. And so the mystery for this time was my area code, which is $16. Well, it was 16. My area code totaled 16. So this is 5, 10, 15, 16. Let me see what the next one is going to be. The next one's going to be last 2 digits of your weight. All right, that's going to be interesting because right now I'm at like 182. So the last 2 digits of my weight are going to be 10. So I might just do another one too, because I want to finish this one sooner rather than later. Last digits of your car mileage. Last 3 digits of your car mileage. Yeah, and I have a lot of miles on my car, so that's probably going to be kind of hard too. So this challenge is called Add It Up. And so basically you take like whatever the prompt is, you add those together. So for the last 2 digits of my weight, I am 100. 82 is the last 2 digits. So it is 8 plus 2 would be 10. So if my car mileage is at 10,392, it would be 3 plus 9 plus 2, which would be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So probably going to be enough. I got to go see what my car mileage is. If I'm able to scratch off more next time, I will. So that's that. So we're at 5, 10, 15, 16 for my Count It Up challenge. It's actually added up. So far, so $16 will bring that challenge to 39, I believe. So then I'm also going to do, let's see, my mystery challenge. So when I counted that out, that was going to be 15. All right, so mystery challenge gets 15. This one is a challenge that I got off of Etsy. And I think at the end, you're supposed to save up to $250. So this is 5, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have $60 in there now. All right. Let's see. I got $16 left. I'm going to put $10, $15 in my $5 challenge. $5, $10, and I got another 5. And then I'm going to put $1 into my dollar challenge. All right, so that does it. So today we stuffed $735 into our everyday cash budget, everyday cash folders. We stuffed our sinking funds, and we also stuffed our savings challenges. So I'm excited. I love that. Like, I'm literally obsessed with everything cash budgeting. I feel like I was able to save before. Like, I was able to save a little bit here and there, but my savings accounts never really grew. But I feel like with doing these sinking funds and really the savings challenges and the everyday zero-based budgeting, I really feel like I have visibility on where my money is going. Like, the other week, my mortgage went up $10, and I was like, it's not really like it's a whole lot. It was actually $20. And I was like, as soon as it came out, I noticed it. Whereas before, I wouldn't notice those type of things. I actually feel like doing this also helps you kind of think, do I really need this? Do I not need this? You know, it just helps you kind of know, you know, have a plan, which is what I didn't really have before for my money, was a plan. I was kind of just spending willy-nilly, and I didn't really have a plan of where I wanted to go or how I wanted to grow my money. But now I'm doing things like thinking about investments. I'm thinking about paying off debt. I'm thinking about, you know, having money for things that are coming up later on in the year. So I'm so glad. If you haven't started your zero-based cash budgeting, there's no better time to start than now. So I really recommend it to everybody. I'm telling everybody that I know about it. My sister, my kids, like, if I could get my kids to start doing this kind of thing now, imagine how much money they would have when they turn 40 like me. So anyway, so if you love this video, make sure you go back and comment and let me know if you can meet any artists that you love. Who would you, for like do a meet and greet, let me know who you would meet up with. And then be sure to subscribe and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell for notifications when we go for our next video. And make sure to like this video. All right, see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.